Hi, Mark. It's great to connect with you. I
Hi.
hope you and your family are all well and safe.
We are well, thank you.
But Mark, you are an ICF accredited MCC Master Certified Coach since 2011, and you have created an ICF ACTP accredited diploma coach training, which commenced in 2008. As everyone experiences, today we are in uncharted and unprecedented times. People have to stay at home, people need to work from home, people are struggling with income, perhaps losing their jobs, and might actually consider changing careers or adding another way of income to their existing form of income. And this time, the topic is on coaching as a career. Why do you think this is a subject of importance, especially in these times?
So, coaching then as a career, well, it is for everyone. So, if the only requirement I believe is that you like to empower others, that you find joy in bringing value to others, if you like when the lights are going on in their eyes, when they have a breakthrough. And coaching is the art of making that happen without indoctrination of second-hand knowledge. What I mean by that is you can give your friends tips and you can tell them what you think is best for them. Well, it's a very good intention, of course. However, if they adapt what you are saying, it's not their own discovery. Therefore, usually the ego, after a couple of days or weeks, is going back to their belief system with their problems. In coaching, we don't do that. We don't tell other people what we think is best for them. We are learning the art of listening and of asking questions that make them look and provokes discoveries in their own awareness, and therefore it is a lasting impact. So that's a great thing, and if you like that, then it's the perfect time to really consider coaching as a career. There are several reasons why I'm saying that. Well, first of all, and it's very important nowadays and in these times, coaching makes you geographically independent. That means, look, before the pandemic, coaching was already delivered worldwide, 90% over the phone or digital media. That means that you can be any place in the world and you can deliver value, and as a professional coach, it is a business exchange. You deliver your service and you are receiving a return of energy called money. So that doesn't matter where you are in the world, as long as you have access to the internet, which is getting better and better and better, no matter how remote in the world you are. So that is hugely important. Just imagine that you would have a sufficient income stream only from coaching. You could live any place you want without needing to do a lot, not moving offices and all the rest of it. You can work, if you like to, during your holidays. You can travel the world, give seminars, and coach your clients on schedule without any interruption, because it is working over the digital space. So that is one of the greatest benefits of coaching as a career. Then the next one is that coaching isn't regulated by the governments. That means you are not needing to fulfill on what governments are requiring with regard to a profession like a therapist or a doctor, etc., etc. That's good news on the one side, yeah, because then the regulation of the coaching profession is done by independent organizations. We belong, for example, to the ICF, the International Coach Federation, which is the largest international body of coaching that regulates certain ethical standards and core competences, etc. If the governments are doing that, it might or might not be getting very, very bureaucratic, or the essence of coaching may be misinterpreted and it becomes something else. So it's not the case now, and it's not expected to be the case in the future. So you're relatively free in choosing which academy to attend and how long it's going to take for you to get the coaching diploma and what standards you want to subscribe to. There are several coaching bodies in the world. The next one is certainly the income possibility. Look, if you are having coaching as a profession, then it is a second income stream. It also can, of course, become your main income stream, and it doesn't have a lid. That means you are not restricted in your income. The entrepreneurial competences will decide whether you are growing your business big or small, successful, fast, slow, it doesn't matter. It is in your hands. You are the source of your income. And that is hugely empowering because you are doing everything for your own business. And this motivates people like nothing else in the world. When they own something, when they do it for themselves, when they know the next marketing step or the next thing on the website or whatever they're going to do is directly related to them, it's for many people a joy and a motivation to invest the required hours into the business of coaching. So learning to coach, becoming a professional coach is one thing, and then comes the business of coaching. We also support our coaches hugely in that one. And when you have established yourself as a coach, then from there it's a platform. So now you can expand if you want to become a trainer, to become a workshop leader, to become a podcast expert. So from there, many opportunities to expand your impact, to expand your income, to expand your influence is available. But the foundation is the way you interact with your clients, your customers, your participants, because that interaction is either indoctrination or it is coaching. And I certainly go for the second one, as I already explained. I have helped many, many people to go into coaching and make it a career, step into trainer, and from there, creating their own businesses. I know of coaches I have developed 8 years ago. They run retreats, they run workshops, they run their own corporate business. And it's a joy to see them being successful. And it was all on the foundation of consciousness coaching, of having learned the first and most important art, empowering another. So these were a couple of touch points with regard to why I believe, especially today, where you are bound to be at home, you have time to think about a possibility. And that possibility is going for a career in coaching. And when you do that, you need to choose a learning field, an academy. We can provide the basics of coaching within a period of 90, 100 days. And then you still need to have time for the exam preparation if you want to become a diploma coach. And I highly recommend doing that. I highly recommend that wherever you learn coaching, you make sure that the academy is having a credential, that it is accredited with a credible international coaching body. There's one in Europe, there's one in America, there's one in Australia, etc. I do not recommend to just do a coach training. Why? Because if you're a little bit serious and the world is looking at coaches, are they belonging to an international coach organization that regulates and that also makes sure that the quality of the coach is confirmed? So we are, for example, with the ICF, and then when you are having done a coach training program with an ICF accredited academy, you then become a accredited ICF coach. There are 3 levels, and you can learn all about that later if you're really interested. But what I'm saying is that when you are with an accredited academy, you will have a foundation for the future. Because later on it gets very difficult to get accredited. You need to go through the whole thing again, because the ICF, for example, doesn't know what kind of coach training have you done. It could be any kind of coach trainings. You know, some coaching academies out there call themselves academies, and they offer you becoming a coach over the weekend. That's not ethically right. It's not possible. So when you are in the realm of an accredited, credible coaching academy, also take a look at how long does an academy exist. You know, yesterday or a couple of years already, how many coaches have they already developed? You know, our coaching academy has developed by now over 500 diploma ICF accredited coaches. That means they went through that process since 2008, did the diploma, and not all of them, of course, have made a career because they were mothers, managers, etc., etc. As I said, coaching is applicable for every field in life. But many, many have. And that's a good record. So we know what we are doing. And you need to choose the right academy to set the foundation right from the very beginning. Yeah, so that's a lot of information, I know, but I needed to express myself to give you A, the inspiration to take a look. Maybe coaching is for you right now, and B, to know the foundations, what you need to look for, and then, well, it's up to you to make a profound, maybe life-changing decision in your life.
This is being offered usually face-to-face, so I now believe you are offering this online, the training online. Which is another option for people now sitting at home, having time at hand.
Yes.
And so what are the risks of coaching as a career?
The risk is that you underestimate particular dynamics and requirements to make coaching as a career a profitable business for you. Profitable doesn't mean that you do it for the money, but you need to live from coaching if you have it as a career and if you want to make it your first income. And for that, you need to develop entrepreneurial core competences. It doesn't need to be an academic big study, but you will see that there are many things you first need to learn. And yes, there's great support out there. Never in the history of mankind we had so many entrepreneurs as today. Entrepreneurship is the number one field people go into. Everybody wants to be their own business and be a freelancer, being independent. And the internet today and the globalization of things allows us to do that, which is fantastic. However, the competition is there, and you need to develop, for example, the discipline. When you work from home, to have the discipline to be undistracted, to have no distractions and to focus on your business and to do it regularly. It's so tempting to be free to just go to the refrigerator, listen to another thing while you're doing this, getting distracted all the time. So one of the risks is that you discover that you need to learn discipline, you need to learn entrepreneurial core competences, and all of that, of course, are life skills for later as well. Yes, that's one risk, underestimation. The other risk is that you may discover you need to change your being. So you learn the doing, and we also train you in being a coach, which is different from doing coaching, and only the two together make you a master coach, a great coach. So the being requires the willingness to work on your own stuff. So as a coach, you always need to remain a coachee as well. So the teacher needs to remain a student. In order for the teacher to be a great teacher, he needs to be a great student for the rest of their lives. So you need to be willing to work on your own stuff. Stuff will come up. And that's why we have a whole network of mentor coaches. It means every coach should have a mentor coach, who should also be coached by someone in their personal development. Yeah, and that's only the two risks that I'm aware of at the moment.
You did touch on this already, but what would you say is the greatest benefit of coaching as a career?
I think the greatest benefit is really that coaching leaves you fulfilled like very, very few professions in the world. I mean, surely if you're an artist and your heart is beating for creating art, and you do that, not for the sake of becoming famous, not for the sake of becoming rich, but just because you love it so much, that is fulfilling. And in coaching, you help other people. At the end of the day, when you sit down for dinner with your beloved, with your family, you have this sense of having spent your day for the well-being of others, and as a return, you are a free person with an independent income stream. I mean, how much greater can life possibly become? That feeling that you helped others, that's what a doctor has, if he really is ethically helping others and not just prescribing pills. So in coaching, every interaction, if you've done it well, leaves you knowing you've made a difference. You spend this day in such a way that in the evening, when you lean back, you say, I'm complete. Fully filled, fulfilled. And that's, for me, is unquestionable, really the greatest benefit, besides all the other things that I mentioned before. Yeah, it is a path of love. At the end of the day, it is a path of love. And I often have a little bit of a smile when I receive a request from a prospect and wants to be coached by me. And then they want this, they want that, more power in the business, better relationships. Okay, so I'm very happy to coach them of what they want. And at the same time, I'm seeing myself kind of a Trojan horse, because in the coaching process, I'm opening windows for them to connect to their need. And the need is always something spiritual. The need is self-love. The need is being connected to one's heart, being connected to one's essence, finding your true north. This is a byproduct. And therefore, for me, the second greatest benefit is to really know that I'm a door opener for helping people to step into their next version of themselves, not on the outside in their material competences, but on the inside. On the inside, to develop a more powerful relationship to the source, to the divine, to the existence, whatever name you want to give it. And therefore, I know that when I look at the invisible world, whatever that is, for people, I know that they like what I'm doing. And it's not me as a person I'm speaking about, I'm just giving you a personal example. I know that your guides, your soul, your angels, God, whatever name is right for you, they will smile at you. And you will receive that smile as an inner knowing you are doing something very, very good. Yeah.
Thank you for speaking to us on coaching as a career, the risks, the benefits, and thank you for your time.
Yeah, great pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.